Well, hello everybody. This is week one of 8 weeks. In each one, I'm not sure how I'm going to set this up. As you probably know, there's like a bell schedule kind of thing. I think what I'm going to do is, because I'm not going to ask people to get up at 10:30 in the morning to have class all the time, I'm going to just record these videos. I'm going to call them week 1 all the way through week 8. So when you go to my YouTube channel, you'll see week 1, and this is what we would be doing in week 1. So there's 8 weeks of this distance learning, and there's 8 sessions. So what we did is we went through and picked out the most important topics that you're going to need for geometry and for algebra 2. We had to throw a couple topics out. But since there's no SOL and no final exam, I think you're going to be fine. I'm just going to show you what you need to know. This is after meeting with some of the high school teachers, some of the geometry honors teachers, some of the algebra 2 teachers, in terms of what you really, really need to know. We kind of had to whittle it down into what you really, really need to know. I've already talked about some of this in my polynomials video, but I want to make a new one, just because I've got this new hover cam thing and I just want to practice doing it. So I'm gonna call this on my YouTube channel week 1, and I'm just gonna go through this. You got a couple options. I'm gonna put the notes for this on Google Classroom. I will put that on Google Classroom for you. We will start doing this on April 14th. So I'm recording this like 2 weeks prior, just to get a little head start. Hope all of you are doing great. I miss all of you so much. I miss your smiling faces, and even some of your not smiling faces, you know, when we're right in the middle of a boring topic. But I still miss you all a lot. So anyway, let's get started. We have, and you can, the way we can do this is you can follow along. You can write. I'm going to be using a whiteboard with a marker here. You can follow along. You just watch it. You can just write it out yourself and try it with me. My goal, I just want you to know as much as you can the next 8 weeks, just to prepare you for what possibly might be an SOL in the fall. We're not sure. There's definitely not one this school year. We're not sure how the state's going to do this or not. So you just want to soak up as much of this stuff as you can. So quick review. In the past, we have taken a monomial and distributed it. So I'm just going to draw my arrows. And again, you can just watch, or you can write this out with me. The good thing about a video is you can pause it, you can rewind it, you can fast forward it, you can do all that wonderful stuff. So I'm going to take 3 times 2, which is 6. I'm going to take x times x squared, which is x cubed. And then I'm going to take 3x times negative 3x, I'm going to get negative 9x squared. And I'm going to take 3x times 5, and I'm going to get 15x. And we're done. This is what we've done before. We've distributed a monomial. Sometimes this is just a number. Sometimes it's just a 3. We distribute a 3x. Sometimes we distribute just a number. You've done that in the past, where you just distribute a number and you get the answer. So that's kind of what we've done in the past. And that's kind of a precursor to what we're going to be doing now. So I'm going to erase this and just get used to this whiteboard. You just have to be patient, because I have to erase stuff and write stuff and that kind of thing. Now I want to show you how we can take a binomial and multiply it times a binomial. Once again, this is already in my polynomial video, but sometimes, excuse me, sometimes it's good to see things twice. I'm fighting a little bit of cough. It's definitely not the virus, but I'm fighting a little bit of a cough. I think it's just allergies. Okay, one way you can approach this, there's 2 ways. You can use distributed property, or you can FOIL. I'm going to go into distribute. So I'm going to take the 2x term here, and I'm going to distribute it to the 3x. I'm going to distribute it to the negative 7. So I'm going to distribute this. So I'm going to take 2x, ignore the 4 right now. We're not going to worry about the 4. So I'm going to take 2x times 3x, and I'm going to get 6x squared. Now I'm going to take 2x times negative 7 and get negative 14x. Okay, 2x is done for now. Now I'm going to take the 4 and do the same thing. Sometimes I like to write it underneath, so I don't get confused with all these arrows. So I'm going to take the 4 and multiply it by the 3x, and then multiply it by negative 7. So I'm going to take 4 times 3x, I'm going to get 12x. I'm going to take 4 times negative 7 and get negative 28. So now I'm going to combine. What we have now is a quadratic. These two will get combined to form a linear, and then at the end you usually have a constant. That's just a number. So we're going to have 6x squared. Combine these, minus 2x, negative 14x plus 12x, minus 2x, minus 28, and we are done. This is important because in a couple of weeks we're going to be factoring this. We're going to be factoring this to get this answer. Many times this year we've done things backwards and forwards. This is no exception. Okay, that's the first one. First of a couple here. So again, just be patient with me. I'm going to have to just do it this way. I might have better ways to do this later on, but for now, since this is new to me, I'm going to just do it this way. So next one, we're going to get x minus 6. Again, I would encourage you to maybe write some of these out with me. You can write it anywhere you want. You can write it on a napkin. You can write it anywhere you want. This is just practice for you. So I'm going to take this binomial and multiply this binomial. Now I'm going to show you another way to do it. It's called FOIL. What we do is we're going to take the first term times the first term. Now this is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to take the x times the 4x. This is called FOIL. F, the first term. The first term here times the first term here. So x times 4x is going to be 4x squared. Okay? Now, I'm going to take the outer terms below. I'm going to take these two. Think of this like the inside terms and outside terms. Now I'm going to take the outer terms and multiply those together. This is the O in FOIL. It's an acronym. First, outer. Now I'm going to take x times -3, and I'm going to get -3x. This is the same way as we did before, distribution. This is just another way to do it. Now I'm going to take the inner terms. Remember, these are kind of the inside. Remember the outside, outside, inside. So now I'm going to take the inner terms. That's the I in FOIL. And now I'm going to get -24x. Then I'm going to take the last term. I'm going to take -6 times -3. Watch your signs. -6 times -3 is +18. And now, just like we did before, we're going to combine the middle terms. Those are usually your linears. I'm going to get 4x squared minus 27x plus 18, and we are done. 27. Sorry. That's the last term. So FOIL is an acronym. First, outer, inner, last. Like Royd and Dixie, remember those? FOIL is another one. First, outer, inner, last, and we're done with this one. Just be patient with me, please. Okay. Let's go 3x plus 1 and x plus 4. So 3x plus 1, 3x plus 1. Well, it feels nice to be teaching some math. I've been doing a lot of housework and yard work. And took down some of the tree in my front yard that was hitting my gutters. Boy, just vacuumed. I'm going to a lot of meetings, Lake Braddock meetings through Blackboard, Collaborate, or Zoom. I'll be setting those things up too. I'm trying to learn all that. All right, let's do this one. Let's take 3x times x. We're going to get 3x squared. Outer, we're going to take 3x times 4, which is 12x. 1 times x is 1x. You don't need the 1, I'll just do it. And then 1 times 4 is 4. And now we're going to combine our terms. So we're going to get 3x squared, combine the middle, plus 13x plus 4. By the way, just about everything we do is also on YouTube, not only on my channel, not only my video, but maybe you can find something even better. Just type in multiplying binomials on YouTube, and you'll see many, many videos on how to do this. Hopefully I'll help you. That's my job, but if I haven't, then, other ways to do it. Okay, almost already halfway done, so stay with me just a little while longer. Again, that's the good thing about a video. You can just fast forward it, you can pause it, you can watch this at 1 o'clock in the morning. It's probably some of you are probably still up at 1 o'clock in the morning. That's okay. I don't blame you. Let's try with a double variable. In honors, we want to focus on 2 variables, and sometimes we can do a negative term first. All we do is throw in another variable here. Okay. Let's give this a try. You can FOIL or distribute. It doesn't matter. I just always like FOIL. So I'm going to take 5x times 2x. Now remember, we're multiplying. So 5 times 2 is 10. X times x is x squared. Now I'm going to take 5x times 6y. And again, you multiply. They don't have to be like terms. 5x times 6y is 30xy. When you multiply, they don't have to be like terms. Now I'm going to take -3y times 2x. And that's going to be -6xy. Always go alphabetical order. -6xy. And then finally at the end, the last term, we're going to get -3y times 6y, which is -18y squared. Okay, combine your like terms. These are definitely not like terms. These are x's and y's, but these are like terms. So we can combine these. So we're going to combine these in the middle. So we're going to write 10x squared Okay, that's going to be 24, right? 30 minus 6 is 24, positive 24 xy, and then minus 18y squared. And we've just FOILed with a double variable. And again, this is what we kind of focus on in honors, adding a second variable. Sometimes you'll see 5x, sometimes this will be squared and this will be squared. It doesn't matter, it's going to make some of these, change some of the exponents, but still the same idea. Okay, let me show you a couple special types. Yes, there's always some special types. There's almost always this year we've had some sort of special types. By the way, when I do my first Blackboard Collaborate, I want to make sure that we just really just enjoy catching up and sharing time and that kind of thing. I really, really, truly miss you all a lot. All right, let's try a special type. Let's try x plus 9. X plus 9, we take x plus 9 times x minus 9. Notice anything special here? Of course you do, right? Same thing, but opposite signs. And when we FOIL this, here's what happens. We're going to get x squared minus 9x. You got to really watch your signs. Negative 9 times x is minus 9x. On the inner, we're going to get positive 9x. I can just hear some of you in class right now. They cancel, Mr. Purdy. Those will cancel. I love y'all. And then we're going to take 9 times negative 9. I love that. I really miss that. And we're going to get negative 81. I get 18 a lot. People add. Don't. 9 times 9 is 81. Now, here's what happens. When you combine the middle, like we've been doing, these are gone. That's why this is special. So your answer is going to be a quadratic and then a constant. Later on, we will factor this to get this. Later on, that's coming. And by the way, when I say later on, I mean not too long from now. This is only 8 weeks. It's going to fly by, and then you're going to be on summer vacation. Amazing, amazing. All right, 3x plus 4, 3x minus 4. Just a couple more here. I got 4 more, and then we're done. So 3x plus 4, 3x plus 4. I'm debating whether or not to just assign some of these on math space. I know I can already hear grumbling. Not math space, Mr. Purdy, no. All right, let's FOIL. 3x times 3x is 9x squared. Outer, 3x times negative 4 is negative 12x. Inner, 4 times 3x is positive 12x. And then we've got 4 times negative 4, which is negative 16. Notice, these are gone. See, negative 12x plus 12x, these are gone. So what we're going to have is 9x squared minus 16. We're done. We're done. We're done. We're done. These are quick. Trying to make this a quick video. I don't want my videos to be too long. When it's too long, you start falling asleep. Again, another good thing about videos, if you find yourself getting tired, just hit the pause button and resume it later. It's fine. All right, here's a special type with a double variable. Just a couple more. 6x plus 2y. Actually, I'm going to change this up. I'm going to go 6x plus 2y times 6x plus 2y. Okay, I'm kind of jumping in the deep end here. Throwing a second variable in with another special type here. Notice this is the same thing twice. So it's this binomial squared. You write it twice. Just like x squared is x and x. 6x plus 2y squared, you need to write it twice. So now we're going to FOIL. I'm going to take 6x times 6x, and we get 36x squared. Outer, 6x times 2y. Remember, they don't have to be like terms, so it's going to be 12xy. Okay, and then in the inner, we're actually going to get the same thing. It's actually a clone. We're actually going to get the same thing. Remember, before they canceled. Now they're going to clone, and we get 2y times 2y, which is 4y squared. By the way, one nice thing about this, where I'm recording on my dining room table, I get natural light. So I have a window in my classroom. Finally! Woo! All right, so now, combine the middle. What's going to happen is they don't cancel. They're going to actually double. Okay, you can take the middle term and actually double it. So you can get 36x squared plus 24, 12 plus 12, xy plus 4y squared, and we're done. Later on, we're going to factor this to get this answer. Really important that you understand this lesson in this week 1 because that's going to really, really help you down the road. Okay. It's funny. I kind of want to do like a you try. I don't know if I could do that on a video. I guess I could. Yeah, I could do that. Just have you hit the pause button. Hello, wow. That's what happens when I'm off for 3 weeks. I lost a little brain power here. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go 3a minus 5b. So I'm going to write it like you might originally see it. You might see it like this way. Okay? And when you see it squared, here's what I do. Cross off the 2 and just write it again. Just write it again. Yeah, you know what? Let's do a you try. I'm gonna keep the video going. You just hit the pause button. Okay? So give this a try. Give this a try. Hit the pause button on the video. Give yourself as long as you need. This is another good thing about this. Take as long as you want for this. And I'm gonna go ahead and finish this. So I'm going to FOIL. I'm going to take 3a times 3a. I'm going to get 9a squared. Outer minus 15ab. Inner minus 15ab. And then negative 5 is positive 25. A lot of people forget the b squared. B squared. B times b is b squared. Now, combine your middle. They're not going to cancel. They're the same thing. It's going to double. So you can get 9a squared minus 30ab plus 25b squared. By the way, factoring this in a week or two is actually really, really easy. Okay, this looks kind of like to be tricky. It's not. It's probably harder to do this than it is to factor this in a week or two. But eventually we're going to factor this, and we're going to get this. Okay, last one, and then I guess we're done. I'll go ahead and put this on my YouTube channel in a little while. This is, by the way, I'm recording this on April 1st. It's not an April Fool's joke, I promise you. This is real, but I'm not going to post it for a while. I don't expect anybody to do anything over spring break. So, hope you have a wonderful spring break. And what we will do is we will start for real on Tuesday, April 14th. All right. Here's the hardest one of week 1. Here it is. I'm going to take a binomial, and when you know how to do this, this has actually been on the SOL too. I'm take a binomial times a trinomial. It's pretty. Why do we do this? Why are we doing this? Why? Because this is really going to be how we check our answer when we factor it. FOIL will help you check your answer when you factor it, so it'll really be beneficial. Now, when you take a binomial, 2 terms times a trinomial, 3 terms, you can't FOIL. You have to distribute. Okay, there's no shortcut like there was for 2 binomials. This one you have to distribute. All right, this is going to take a little bit of space. Let's see if I can fit all of this in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the 2x here. I'm going to distribute the 2x to all 3 of these. Don't worry about the negative 5 right now. Just take the 2x. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So I'm going to take the 2x times the 4x squared, and we're going to get 8x cubed. I'll try if I can fit all this on my video. This is learning. This is like spring training for me. All right, now I'm going to take 2x times negative 3x, and we're going to get negative 6x squared. And then we're going to take 2x times negative 7, and we're going to get negative 14x. Okay, the 2x is gone. We won't need it anymore. Now we're going to take the negative 5 and do the same thing. I'll write it underneath. We're going to distribute all 3 places. So I'm going to take negative 5 times 4x squared. I'm going to get negative 20x squared. Now notice that's another x squared. You can write it. You can continue the train this way. Well, I like to write the like terms right underneath it. So the negative 5 times 4x squared is negative 20x squared. See how these are like terms? We're going to combine these. Then we take negative 5 times negative 3x. Negative times negative is positive 15x. So positive 15x. And then negative 5 times negative 7 is positive 35. Now what we're going to do is we're going to combine all 6 of these. By the way, check it out. You've got 2 terms here and 3 terms here. 2 times 3 is 6. So when you distribute all of this, you should have 6 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If you do this right, you should have 6 terms. Now what we're going to do is just combine them. So we're going to have 8x cubed. There's no other x cubes. So we're going to have 8x cubed. We're going to combine these. Now we're adding this. So it's going to be negative 26x squared. We're going to add these together. Negative 14 plus 15 is positive 1. I don't need the 1. And then plus 35. And we are done. In Algebra 2, this is going to be your problem. And this is going to be the answer. In Algebra 2. In Algebra 1, you just have to know how to do it forwards. In Algebra 2, you will learn how to do it a couple different ways. Synthetic division, the rational zero way. I'm trying to remember from years ago. I think there's like 3 different ways to do it. Anyway, that's it. That concludes our video. When we have my Blackboard Collaborate, we can go over any questions that you have, and I will go over any more of these if you'd like. That's kind of how this is going to work. I'm going to make a video, put it on my YouTube channel. I'm going to put a couple things on Blackboard, or Google Classroom. So there's so many terms here. There's YouTube, there's Google Classroom. That's where I'm going to be putting some stuff. And then possibly MathSpace. I'm not sure yet. But definitely Blackboard Collaborate. So the things we're definitely going to use are my YouTube channel, without a doubt. YouTube channel, that's the main thing. Google Classroom and Blackboard Collaborate. If I decide to do anything else, I will let you know. I just don't want to do too many things because I know you've got other classes and you've got brothers and sisters who need laptops, and it's just going to be crazy. Crazy time. All right. I will talk to you all soon.